up, guys? Diplex here again. We are back. We're in the police station. And look at this. There's this sailor here, or captain of some sort. He looks like a sailor. How do you do? How do you do? And her wife looks awfully pale. Or his wife. She's like... Look. Kidding. Whiskey. Right. I'm gonna, by episode 4 or 5, I'm gonna be drunk. Off my ass. And I'm lagging a bit, I don't know why. It's probably just because I'm rendering videos in the background. Let's talk to the policeman.
Good morning, Mr. Holmes. Can I help him?
Good morning, Constable. I would like to speak to the fellow who was arrested at Woodman's Lee last night.
Ah, the young man. He's waiting in the interrogation room. You can go straight through. His belongings are held in the evidence room.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Policeman. Are you in the 141 precinct? Right, everyone else here is chilling. Is that a lawyer or some sort? He's like, ah, fuck. I'm telling you we shouldn't have raped her. I don't even know. Hello. Is this the way I'm heading? Or is this the interrogation room?
Locked.
Oh, it's Inspector Lestrade. Guess I'm heading downstairs. See, these buildings are wonderfully beautiful. Oh, this is the coroner's room. I don't think I belong in here. Did we kill him? We didn't kill that J guy, whatever his name is. Staff room. That's not where I'm heading. Evidence. Probably not. Did he say where I was going? Probably here, right? Yeah, well, makes sense. Hello. That's not him. That's my dad. Sorry about that. Hey, Dad. We'll get you out tonight, okay? Don't worry. There he is. Look at that cunt. John Nelligan. Can I close the door and just bash his face in like boom? Getting aggressive here. Sherlock Holmes need to keep us calm. I should take my hat off with this little No, I'll keep it on. It was beautiful. So first of all, the notebook, it had your fucking name on it. But first of all, let's investigate this man. Right. He's got a shabby cap. It's a little, you know. Okay, he's got a shabby cap. Patch there on his shoulder that has been made. Expensive fabric. You're right, it does look very nice. He has repaired that for a good old reason. Elaborate buttons. So he's very... Short sleeves, however, so that's probably not his. Truth be told, he probably stole this jacket. It does match the blue boots I've seen. Callus on his hands, scars, whatnot. Something with his throat. Thin neck. Which means he's not really a big fucking buff. Right, notebook.
Does this notebook belong to you?
Yes. But where did you find it? I did not know... I thought I'd lost it at the hotel.
What do these abbreviations mean?
Oh no, I beg you, I can't. If I told you, it would only make things worse.
But I will find out eventually, Mr. Nelligan.
Mr. Nelligan, I'm not impressed.
The sea knife was found near Carey's body. Tell me, Mr. Nelligan, did Mr. Carey try to defend himself or to attack you with it?
I don't know. I didn't kill anyone.
I think you did.
Well, I will see you soon, young man.
Right.
Please let...
Okay. Pinned to the wall. So if he was pinned to the wall... Experiment required. We need to find whether an unskilled and untrained man could use a harpoon well enough to kill a fully pierced body. You're right. We should set that up somewhere.
I need to stage a reconstruction. I'm sure that Watson would be happy to oblige.
Yes. Right. Do I do this over here, or do I... I think we need to back to... I've done that. Apparently that's still a task. Yes, of course it will. So, we haven't completed any of them, apparently. So there's more to investigate over at Woodman's Lee that we could go and do. It's like, say, the outside of the gardens and stuff like that. But let's head to Baker Street and do the reconstruction thing first, and then we'll head back and examine that. I don't know if this is based off a score system of some sort. Let's look at the deduction. I compare things with each other, but we don't need to do that. Sorry about the weird faces, but this is extremely smoky. And soon enough, I'll be talking random stuff. And that's where things will get dangerous. Look at his face, just with a pipe. We're home. Baker Street. Lovely. Okay, we need to set up Mr. Watson. Let's get that harpoon test going.
A spot of whaling, Watson. Would you care to take part?
Are you serious?
No. But we do need to clarify what happened on the night of Black Peter's murder.
A reenactment, then? Is something bothering you?
The sailor's knife, Watson. Why was it on the floor?
Peter Carey attempted to defend himself?
It is possible. But if that is the case, then it alters many things.
I don't quite follow you.
Tell me, my friend, what is the animal closest to man, morphologically, I mean?
Ah, I see what you're getting at, Holmes. You asked me that once before. On the Ripper case, I believe. Do you want to slit some more pigs' throats?
No.
Well, thank goodness for that.
I wish to impale one with a harpoon.
Oh.
Wonderful.
Watson, let us pay a...
And the harpoon?
Sorry,
One
I
of the
clicked that by
harpoons
accident.
on the wall of Black Peter's cabin should do quite nicely.
Yeah, of course. So wait, do we need to go back there as well and fetch one? Or do we go there straight away? Because I think I might just want to head there straight away and investigate the entire crime scene and get a few tasks out of the way on my notebook, because apparently they're not completed. So we might as well do that while we're on it. And pretend we pick up a harpoon, which would make absolute total sense, as far as I'm concerned. Oh, it froze for a second. Crime and Punishment. But the game is called Crimes and Punishments. Don't know if that does it any justice. Right, we're back at the scene. Let's examine everything.
It seems that the garden was well maintained.
Yeah, it looks like a very luscious garden. There's a boat. That's not probably gonna be afloat.
It seems that the garden was well
So has
maintained.
all the garden been maintained? Yeah. Are we done examining this then? There's another shack. Locked. There's a bench. Clothing. Here she's sat. Let's talk to her a bit more. Might as well just wrap this up entirely. Get the last bit of my tea.
Is this your husband's tobacco pouch?
I'm not sure. It might be. But he hadn't smoked in a very long time.
The garden is very large and well maintained. Do you employ someone to look after it?
It is true. There is a lot of work, but my husband took care of it himself.
Wow. Interesting.
Your husband's private papers. Do you know where they are?
There was a small tin box, barely larger than a book. He kept his papers there. It should be somewhere in his cabin.
Thank you, madam.
Right, I think that's pretty much it. We've got a new clue though, which is basically Nelligan's notebook. Peter Carey's a non-smoker. So I don't know what I'm supposed to mix that up with. Yeah, tin box then. So nothing, we can't combine this with anything apparently. But we can combine other things. That's the task requirement thing that we're supposed to do, so that's probably what's making that sound. Is there anything else here we can examine? Let's not go in here. This is the back. Bunch of broken barrels and flies. Not much else to investigate in this very area, I think. I believe gardens have been examined. We might have missed something in the house, but I think that's really not true. Everything is pretty much examined here. What does it want me to see? Stone pathway. Land around stone pathway. Footprints. You're right. We should have gotten those. The bloody... I thought the police took care of this. Carrie's boots. Let's look if they match. Oops. Not really.
These boots don't match the footprints.
So we need to get Mr. John Nelson or whatever his name
These
was.
footprints appear to be quite
See
large.
if that's his. Evidence required. We need to get... Right. We're done inspecting this then. That's good. So, now that we know that, we have these. We need to go and ask him. But first, let's go do the... let's go over here to the Whitechapel Butcher.
I need to take a harpoon.
Oh yes, you're right. Good. That's why we came down here, wasn't it? Right? I think so. Not because we forgot to examine things.
That should do it. Now I am ready for the experiment.
Oh, you luscious prick. Whitechapel Butcher. Right. We're here. We're good to go. Hey, Watson. How you doing, my friend?
Well, here we are in the preparation room. I can't say that I like the smell of it much. What do you intend to do?
To indulge myself in a little experiment. The challenge of lancing a pig's carcass with a heavy harpoon.
Good.
A little experiment?
Stand aside, Watson. This might be dangerous. I am not well practiced in this exercise. Yet.
Oh, God. This is going to be good.
Holmes, you should aim for the mark in order to perform the most reliable test.
Okay. Say that's his heart. Oh.
Holmes, you should try to aim better and throw as hard as you can.
But... Okay. Sorry about that. Ah, that's a little bit closer. But it's not quite enough.
The harpoon has struck the body, but with insufficient strength to pierce it straight through.
You're saying I need more power? You insane, mate? Oh. That's a bullseye shot. Undoubtedly. Alright.
This is the best possible result that I could get.
Well, it's
Do you
good
see,
enough.
Throwing a harpoon and pinning a man to a wall requires either exceptional strength and training or diabolical
That was a
luck.
great throw, are you kidding
If
me?
it was luck, then it was a chance in 1,000 that night.
Well, yes. Let us leave now.
All right. But before we go, I suppose I'll have to pay for all these carcasses you've happily mangled.
Very well, but please hurry.
Of course.
I need to change clothing now. I feel this is getting a bit old. Let's head back to Scotland Yard. Except I don't have a wardrobe in Scotland Yard, so that's gonna be awkward. We'll sort something out. Look at these streets, look at these brick houses. They're beautiful. In the sunny weather, it's absolutely amazing. In rainy Britain and on and it can look a bit dull, truth be told. Let's look at the casebook. We need to examine more of his belongings. I think we completed like half of all our tasks in one go. I'm in a hurry, sorry, Sergeant. Oh, they released my dad. Not a problem, mate.
What am I doing here? What am I doing here? I've done nothing wrong.
You have.
What am I doing here? I've done nothing wrong.
How can I examine your belongings? Right, we need to interrogate this suspect. But how? I'm trying to talk to you.
What am I doing here? I've done nothing wrong.
Am I missing something? Oh, that's me swapping character. That's not what I would need to do I? Evidence room. First we go to the evidence room. Right, and if I am the inspector, I think I am. It's in here. Where do we have his shit? Right, here we go.
These are the suspect's belongings.
It's a knife, handkerchief. It's a ring. Beautiful ring. What does it say? Oh. From R. Dawson to my friend and partner, 1883.
And partner, 1883. From R. Dawson
To my...
to my friend, Dawson. I've seen this name before. Perhaps
I read
my
it the wrong
archive
way.
holds the answer.
Right, sorry. We took the ring. Just steal it.
The notebook that we found on Peter Carey's cabin floor. These abbreviations mean something. But what? A handkerchief with the initials J.H.
So those are his.
A pocket knife. It was used to force the door of
Yeah.
Peter Carey's cabin.
You can even see that the blade has been damaged from it. Right, let's head back in. Now we talk, John Nelligan. Now we talk. Come here, you bastards. Right, so first of all, the gold ring, my friend.
The police seized this valuable ring from you. Whose is it?
I didn't steal it from anyone. It has always belonged to me.
Tobacco pouch had PC on it, so that's Peter Carey. Father's jacket. Yes. He's probably not using his own jacket. That's not the one. I was thinking the ring.
The police seized this valuable ring from you. Whose is it?
I didn't steal it from anyone. It has always belonged to me.
Right. So that's obviously it hasn't. But it's not Father's things. Rings engraving might have something to do with it, but it doesn't actually really tell him. From R. Dawson to my friend and partner, 1883. That couldn't have been him. Because it's like, it's way later than 1883 now. So...
The ring's date of engraving is many years ago.
Right!
You would
I
have been a
fucking did it!
child then,
I thought about it
hardly
before I
in
actually
any
just clicked it
position to
randomly.
receive such an item from a partner.
Yes! That's good! That actually makes me happy, because I thought, like...
So, Mr. Nelligan, who is the true owner
I'm a
of
little
the
proud
ring?
here, actually.
The ring is mine.
Fuck you, mate. Well kept garden. Nope. Do I have to click both again?
So, Mr. Nelligan, who is the true owner of the ring?
The ring is mine.
So what if he's not lying? Is it supposed to be well kept garden? Alright.
So, Mr.
No, it has
Nelligan,
nothing to do with
who
well
is
kept
the
garden.
true owner of the ring?
Absolutely no.
The ring is
It
mine.
can't have anything to do with the well kept garden, obviously. The ring's engraving, we already brought that up, so I wonder if I actually... What happens if I click it again? Obviously nothing, because we already brought that up. So those two things don't make any sense. He said
So,
the father
Mr.
was his...
Nelligan, who is the true owner of the ring?
He's inherited it from
The
his father.
ring is mine.
That's the only thing else I can say, which is probably father's jacket.
No, Mr. Nelligan. I believe that the ring had belonged
did it
to
again.
your father.
I just need to think extra
Oh,
long.
But how do you know?
The jacket you are wearing is made of an expensive fabric that only a man of exceptional wealth could afford.
Yeah, you're right.
You do not seem to me to be a rich man, Mr. Nelligan. Furthermore, the garment is ill-fitting. It is quite clear that it belonged to someone else, most probably your father. With your father gone and taking with him the family's wealth, as a little boy you had to find yourself a manual job, and it was most probably cleaning fish. You cut your hands often while working. I can tell from the scars.
I'm speechless, Mr. Holmes. It all happened exactly as you say.
Well, I will see you soon, young man.
So that's obvious. I want to look at the boots, though. Search archives. archives in here or archives elsewhere?
These are the suspect's belongings.
Is there anything we're missing here?
These abbreviations mean
Evidence required. Hmm. At home? Archives at home or in Scotland Yard? Can I?
Mr. Holmes? At your service, Mr. Holmes.
Archives, I can't go up here. Staff room.
locked.
That's obviously not where I'm supposed to go. And now I doubt there's any archives down here. This is all kind of like a really nasty room. Really don't like... I don't mind blood really in a sense, but... Right, I think we should head out of here. Right, let's head back to Baker Street. I don't know if we have any archives, but I feel like changing clothes anyway. At least a hat. Casebook again. So... He's not the usual thief, you're right. But seriously, the boots don't match. There was another man at Woodman's Lee, which could have been, obviously, JPH, unless... But he's a younger guy, so he's probably haven't got that big of feet. Doesn't look like he's got that big of feet anyway. Abbreviations is something worrying. The box would be interesting to find. We're home. Let's see what we can find here. Right, I'll talk to you, Mr. Watson. Letters.
This is where I keep my post.
Let's search for Dawson 1883. That sounds like a good idea. First Electric Railway opens the Bankruptcy Act. Fenian confirmed by the Dawson and Nelligan are bankrupt. Nelligan missing. Oh, that's Nelligan. That's his father, probably. The Dawson Nelligan Investment Fund, regional banking institution based in Cornwall, has declared bankruptcy as a result of heavy loss in its loan portfolio. It's currently been assigned for liquidation. It was the 23rd largest bank in Britain, and its bankruptcy was the second largest on record. The liquidation of the company is pure catastrophe for many Cornwall families. Joshua Nelligan, one of the bankers, has since mysteriously disappeared. He was last seen aboard his yacht, preparing for departure to Norway. Interesting.
Here it is.
Interesting.
Now I begin to understand that young man's story, but I am still unclear as to what connects him with the murder. It is time to ask him.
Right, we have that in the documents now. Sorry, mate, but I need to change. I keep my suit on. But, so many hairstyles I haven't unlocked. Man, what will I do without these hairstyles? It's like I can only wear a hat. I can't wear anything else, apparently. Ah, well, whatever. Oh. Stuck. Alright, let's head out. Mr. Watson.
Good gracious, you caught someone. At least now you have a suspect.
Yes, I'm heading back to the station to ask JHN about this mysterious stuff. We're doing pretty well, I have to say. When it gets dark tonight when I'm recording, I have a candlestick with a candlelight to get things excited, because it's actually 9 o'clock in the morning and you know, it's just not very exciting. It's kind of bright and sunny outside, so I had to, you know, just make things casual. I guess it's day here anyway. Hello, you old scruffy bastards. Right, I think we're going somewhere now. trying to draw the connection between his father, which he has the ring from, and the murder. It's hard to draw that kind of connection.
I have heard the story of Dawson and Nelligan, the West Country bankers.
Yes. Joshua Nelligan was my father.
I am aware that it had a bad ending. When the bank failed, it ruined half the families of Cornwall, whereupon Joshua Nelligan disappeared.
He would probably went to Norway then.
My father was under extraordinary pressure. Dawson had retired. I was only 10 years of age at the time, but it was still old enough to feel the shame that befell our family. My father was convinced that he could pay off all his debts if the creditors gave him time. He set sail for Hammerfest in Norway in his small yacht, just a few days before an arrest warrant was issued. He left my mother a list of the securities he was taking. No word was ever heard from him again. We believe that his vessel went down, taking with it everyone and everything on board.
Thank you for the story, Mr. Nelligan. At last, we are making some progress. Interesting. Joshua Nelligan and Peter Carey were both at sea in Norway. There is definitely some connection between Peter Carey and Joshua Nelligan's disappearance.
Well, what about the box? What about the bloody box? What about the bloody box? There's still a box missing. What was in it? Maybe Joshua Nelligan is back in town. Maybe he came to get something. Maybe he thought that would help him in a sense. It's nice to have this horse and carriage. I wonder who pays for it. London? City of London, maybe? I don't know. Keeps me awake, really. Ah. Hello. I'm just here running off to look at your ship logs.
1883. That's the one I need.
Right, let's see here.
This is the crew list of the Sea Unicorn.
Peter Carey, master, of course. CA, first mate, second mate.
Log notes for June. Nothing unusual. Log notes for July. Nothing special. Log notes for August. These pages have been torn away. Log notes for August. These pages have been torn away. Canadian Pacific Railway, CPR, a torn piece from a bond certificate. I have seen this abbreviation somewhere very recently. There are 3 ways of discovering what happened in August of 1883 aboard the Sea Unicorn. The first 2 of these will require speaking with a dead man. The last would be to locate vital witnesses, the sailors involved in this whale hunt campaign.